We are going to the fourth tale, which says, a young man always spoke with contempt against Sufi. One day, Doel Nan took a ring from his finger and gave it to the young man, saying to him, take it to the market and sell it for a dinar. The young man took the ring to the market, but nobody took it except for only a penny, so he returned without selling it. Then Doel Nan told him, take to the goldsmiths and see how much they will value it. The young man took the ring to the goldsmiths, who value it for 1,000 dinars. And then he told him, so you know that much for Sufi as these traders and goldsmiths know for the ring. Then the young man regretted and stopped speaking against Sufi. This is quite interesting story about how much we value the teachings and how much the teachings are valued also by humanity and other people. One might find a teaching that can save his inner life, and this teaching might be from a master, might be from his being, from his innermost, and this is priceless. How much would you give for peace right now? How much would you pay to have permanent harmony, to have permanent peace, and to have permanent happiness? I believe everyone will give all the money that exists in the world to achieve this. But yet, as Gurdjieff says in an aphorism, which is quite interesting, he says that men are able to pay almost for everything except for the thing they need the most. And this is the most interesting thing if we consider that we are giving like 200 for shoes, we are giving 300 maybe euros for a dress, but what do we give for inner peace? And how much do we we will pay for peace? This it's priceless, like all these beautiful feelings that we feel for the persons that are closest to us, but we have to lose things in order to value them. Now that almost everyone has lost freedom, freedom is valued more than ever. Freedom now costs. We would give a lot of money if we had to be free now, right? So we value freedom more than ever now. And how much would someone pay for it? I believe if someone came and said to us, I can give you your freedom for all the money you have, we would give them without any second thought. So this is what the teachings are, and what do we need in order to obtain happiness, in order to obtain calmness, in order to obtain harmony? How do we pay? How do we pay? We pay by eliminating ego, by eliminating our defects. This is the payment we are giving. It's not quite nice for us to see ourselves how they truly are, but this is with what we pay. It's nothing from this world. All the money of this world cannot pay for health. Also, ask a sick man, how much would you pay if someone came and asked you all your money to be healthy again? He would give them without any second thoughts, and he would go and live in the streets very happily. So this is how we value the teachings, and this is a great opportunity now that we have, that gives us to value, gives us the way, the right thought, the right contemplation, in order to value the teaching that we have, in order to value Gnosis, because Gnosis is priceless. Gnosis is something that we should try very hard with all our efforts in order to achieve it. Now we are going to another story. One day, Satan said to Uri Kahlki, "How is it possible to be a great Sufi if you meet up every day with me?" And Kahlki answered to him, "You can. I won't avoid you to make you exist." So it's quite interesting also this one, because what Satan represents, Satan represents our egos, our defects, and what this story teaches us is that our defects is something that we must see, we must work with every day of our lives in order to be clean, in order to be able to find our essence, to help our essence to escape from the ego. This is why when Satan says, "Why you meet up every day with me," which means why are you doing the psychological work with the defects, he said, "I won't avoid you to make you exist," because as long as we don't work psychologically with our defects, then we don't have peace, we don't have happiness, because we cannot be angry and have peace and have happiness. We cannot do an esoteric work without working against our own selves, which is against our defects, against our egos. And we must work with our ego extensively, every time, to observe ourselves, to observe how the ego is expressed from our bodies, from our feelings, from our thoughts, and to be able to observe how we react, and when ego is on the surface of our lives, and when ego is expressing. This is a very important concept of the esoteric work. For the ego to die, for the ego to not exist, we have to work with it extensively. So we are going to another story. One day Rabia sent to Hassan 3 things: a candle, a pin, and a hair. "Be like the candle," she said to him, "to light the world and burn yourself. Be like the pin, always work naked. When you have done those 2, 1,000 years will be for you like a hair from your head." So Rabia, as we said before, another story in the beginning, it's a female Sufi master. So we can see also that there are teachings from female masters. And what does Rabia says here? Be like the candle, to light the world and burn yourself. This is sacrifice. This is to be able to sacrifice, because true sacrifice is not something that we afford to give. It's the things that we do not afford to give, because all the things that we give easily are the things that we afford. So in order to sacrifice in a correct manner is to light like a candle, but also, when sacrifice, to burn ourselves, in order to be able to give what is necessary, to give voluntarily, to give without thinking what we might lose. And she says, "Be like the pin, always work naked." We are coming into this world naked, and we are leaving this world naked. But this has also an esoteric meaning about the alchemical work, and about how we must be naked from all of our defects, all our egos, and how we must work with them. So being naked is like watching ourselves in a mirror, and watching ourselves as it is, without any clothes on it, because then we will be able to see our spirit, we will be able to observe our egos and to work upon ourselves. So this is quite symbolic. It's not something that it's literal. And when you have done those two, she says, 1,000 years will be for you like a hair from your head. This is time. Time has to do with death, because we said that Pluto is the master of death, and it has a strong connection with time. So when we are above time, when we do the factors, the three factors of the revolution of the consciousness, then we are able to sacrifice, then we are able to be born again, like the pin, and then we are able to die, and time does not exist, because this physical body has a time, has a moment, from when we are born to when we die. It's limited, and we will be born, we will die, and so we have time. This body is on time. But for what is for who the 1,000 years are like a hair from our heads? It's to our innermost, to our being. For our being, our innermost, time does not exist. So this is why Rabia gave him a hair.